Hi, my name is Festus Odije. You're welcome to your number one YouTube channel, the CEO Masterclass. Today's episode, we shall be looking at the qualities and the skills of being a CEO. As interesting as that role is, as interesting and exciting as it is with all the perks and all the huge salaries associated with it, there are some certain qualities and skills that you must possess. Now, because this is for starters and those who just came into business or are planning to come into business, we will water it a little bit down, but it doesn't take away the standard of what the qualities and the skills are. The number one quality of a CEO is that you must be physically fit, emotionally stable, and have the kind of decorum that presents who you are to the people. You just have to be strong, because being a CEO is such a tasking job. You need to move from one location to the other. You need to be talking to people every now and then. And so you must carry that personnel, that aura, that decorum that says that this person is not just an ordinary person in that establishment. You understand? You also need to have an understanding of the company that you're working for. Now, if you are the owner of the business, that is the CEO, is simple. But if you were appointed to become an MD of the company, it means that you really need to have some work done already. You need to know the people, you need to know the product, you need to know the strengths and weaknesses of every of the staff that is working with you. You need to know the place that you are even working in. It's a must that as an MD or CEO of a company, this quality has to be instilled in you. There are things that you just have to, imbibe along with you. Apart from just knowing the product of the company and then the people, you need to know the internal and the external environment of the business that you are doing. It's not just enough to say that I'm the MD or I'm the CEO of this business. The other question is, how knowledgeable are you about the internal and the external environment? Are you aware of the government policies that could change the nature of your business? Do you know just one government policy can actually close your business? Now, if you're not aware, who else can be aware? Doing business in Nigeria is not like a Dettol advert where they say, if I don't, then Dettol will. No, it's not so. It's you, it's your business to take care of whatever you do as the MD, CEO of that company. Now, what I'm simply saying is that you have to be on top of your game. The other thing is that you must be result oriented. There is no excuse that is good enough to explain failure. I say this every time. That has become a part of me. As an MD CEO, as the visionary of the company, the chief vision officer of the company, it is expected that you even see results before you come out. So the results must show. Whatever you need to galvanize to churn the results out, it is your responsibility to do so. And so if you are not result oriented, then excuses can pass by and be accepted. But if you are result oriented, you must work to ensure that no excuse is given. Now, these are some of the qualities that you need as an MD CEO. Now, let's quickly talk about some of the skills. Being an MD, a CEO of a company, needs you to have some certain skills. You just have to have some certain skills. And number one is that you have to have a good communication skill. Good communication skill. You must be able to communicate simply and clearly. People must understand what you're saying. In every aspect of this communication, whether it be writing, whether it be reading, whether it be listening, or even in talking, you just have to be at the best of it. But I always advise, in all of this four, the MD CEO must be very good, a very good listener. You must be good in listening, because that's one of the things that will make you, comprehend so much more that people are saying. And don't forget, I said, You need to be talking to people. In fact, part of your responsibility is always to be talking to people. You're either talking to your staff or you're talking to your customers. So a good communication skill you can't take away. Another skill that you probably need, not probably, that you need, is a good dress sense. Some people believe, and I also believe in that school of thought that says the way you dress is how you are addressed. And so as the MD, the number one staff of a company, you just have to look good. You earn more than every other person. You don't need to be too ostentatious, no. You don't need to look luxurious, no. Simple but nice attire. You just have to look clean. You have to look smart. You can't just undermine that. You just can't say, I'm a simple person, I like to wear t-shirt, no. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, but you have to look good. There are some occasions that you need to really dress so that people can look up to you and have confidence. You know, while I was in banking, my executive director then once told me, he said, Festus, we pay you well. And the reason why we pay you well is to be able to get a good suit in some of these meetings that we're going for. Now, I'm not saying that this suit you're wearing is bad, but as a manager, you need to wear the kind of suit that will bring the kind of respect. You know, we are not asking you to dress for yourself. You're dressing because you want the customer's confidence on the bank to be very high. So we are not dressing you up for dressing Festus. We are dressing you up so that the bank that you represent will pose the kind of confidence that the customer should say, yes, this bank can't go under. So as an MD, people look at you and see the way that you dress and want to believe that, yes, this man is well paid. You also have to have a very good negotiation skill. How persuasive are you? How persuasive are you? I saw a write-up somewhere that in life, you don't get what you deserve. You actually get what you negotiate. And that is the simple truth about life. In business, that you are the MD CEO, you must be persuasive. You must have value exchanging. And you cannot have value exchange if you don't have a good negotiation skill. It is not going into an argument to win that matters. No, it's going into an argument that is persuasive enough to have a value exchange. All that you are doing as an MD CEO is to be able to exchange values. If you are a bank MD, all you are asking for is to have the customer or the client patronize you. Use your bank, do the best that you can do for that customer, and make sure that you get value for whatever is given to you. Another very good skills, and this is as important as the rest three that I have discussed about: strong interpersonal relationship, strong business relationship, human relationship. This relationship is management is something that you just can't do without. Sometimes I call it people's management skill, because like I say, you always will meet with people. If your business is going to succeed, it's because of people. If your business is going to go down, it's because of people. And you, as the head of the affair, you must have a very good, cordial relationship. It should be intentional. You shouldn't be seen as a villain. You shouldn't be seen as someone that people can't relate with. You shouldn't be seen as someone who is an extrovert and you say that's my nature. It's not the nature. MDs who have been introverts came out with little or nothing about their business, because it is your responsibility as an MD to mix up with people, to be socially good, to have that kind of interpersonal relationship that it doesn't matter. Your presence will be accepted anywhere. You should be able to relate with people every now and then. And then the fifth quality is being a leader. Readers are leaders. And when you read, you get information, you get knowledge, you get to improve yourself. Every MD, like I tell my friends who manage different companies, I tell them you have to be a step ahead of your subordinates. And the only way you can be a step ahead of your subordinates is by becoming what? A reader. By getting all the information that you need. And once you do that, trust me, you will always be at the top of your game. In our next episode, I'll be talking about the roles and the responsibilities of an MD. Hope to see you in the next episode. I remain your very humble man, Festus or DJ Erewele. See you.